Hey, what's going on everybody? Steve here with Rake and Profit, and in today's video, I want to share with you step by step how to scan products with the Amazon Seller app. So I've actually got my phone and I am screen recording my phone right now. So you're going to be able to see into my app, and I'm going to show you step by step how to use this app. I'm going to share with you the different features. I'm going to share with you the things you should be doing, the things you shouldn't be doing. So when you're trying to figure out how much is an item worth, how much profit am I going to make, how to look up your sales, how to know if you should buy an item, the sales rank, where are the merchant prices, FBA, I'm going to share everything with you in this step-by-step video. Now, before we get into the video, do me a big favor and smash that like button if you can, show some love, because I make videos every single week helping people just like you learn how to make money selling on Amazon. I've been selling on Amazon for over 10 years now. Just in the last 12 months, if you take a look on my phone, I just passed $607,000 in sales. Literally in the last 30 days, I've sold $67,900 in sales. And you could actually switch back and forth. As you can see right here, the units of sales and the dollar amount that you've actually sold. Now, if you're looking and you're wondering, why are my sales going up so much? Well, two reasons. Number one, at the time of this recording, it's the fourth quarter. That's when sales fly through the roof on Amazon. And secondly, I had a car that hit my house a couple months ago, so I wasn't able to ship items in for 2 months. So I ended up shipping a whole bunch of stuff back in recently. And if you take a look right here, even the last 7 days, I've sold 442 items for $25,810, which is pretty cool. So we're on the Amazon Seller app. When you log in, you're going to be able to see your main dashboard. So you can change from product sales to unit sales. You can take a look at the different time frames. Like, for example, year to date, I've sold 521,000 this month. So far, it's, halfway through the month. I'm at 50,000 in sales this week. So you can go and you could take a look at all your sales. Now, you could also hit these three little bars in the top left-hand corner. In the top left-hand corner, you'll see your store name, which you'll be able to see what your store name is. You could go into your inventory. You could change your prices. You can click your orders to see the items that you've been selling. You can see your Amazon payments, any communication with sellers who are sending you messages or asking questions. You could take a look at your performance to make sure you don't have any counterfeit claims, IP complaints. And if you guys want me to dive into detail in future videos, leave a comment and let me know, and I can go through everything here. And then there's a help section. There's, some different resources, but that's number one. If you also go back into there and you take a look in the top right-hand corner, there's a little gear button, which you can click to be able to access any of your account settings, push notifications in terms of what you want Amazon to push out to you through your mobile device. You can search for products. You can check your returns, email templates, vacation settings if you're an FBA seller. You could change your phone to dark mode if you don't want to get hit with that blue light, and so on and so forth. Now, if you take a look at the bottom underneath the graph where you're seeing all the sales, and again, you could change that up for 30 days or whatever you want to see. You can go to add a product. So this is where you can actually go in and you can list a product directly on Amazon Seller Central through your phone. Now, I don't do this. I typically use GoToLister, which is a third-party listing app, which is way faster and saves a lot of time. You can also look up products manually. So say, for example, you're trying to scan an item and there's no barcode, you can't find it, you want to look it up manually. What you'll do is you'll go here, add a product, and then you can type in what you want to look for. So maybe you're looking for West Wing DVD season 7, and you could hit search, and then you could find that listing and look it up manually like that. Now, if you go back to the main screen, the way that you're going to scan products, is you're going to hit the little icon in the top right-hand corner. So you see how it's like a little square with a circle? It's all the way in the top right-hand corner above 29. You're going to click that. And now you're going to be able to say what's up to Zach. This is the video. It just scanned you. Let's see. Oh, it came up with something. So yeah, that's Zach right here. But there's a couple ways you could scan the product. Okay, so you could scan the barcode just like this, and you could find the product like that. You could also scan the cover of the item, just like this. Sometimes you have to angle it. You can also type in here the ASIN, the product name, the UPC, EAN, or the ISBN of a book. Again, if I wanted to find this, I could type it in manually, the West Wing. So maybe you have a book or something and you just, maybe there's no barcode, or maybe there's like a barcode that's kind of covering it up. This is an old effing SKU from someone who sold it prior. You know, maybe you can't scan the cover. Maybe nothing's coming up when you scan the cover, even though I'm sure it will. Okay, perfect. But if it wasn't, then you could just go to add product and then type it in, SCID5CV, clinician, and try to find it that way. And boom, I just found it that way. Now, keep in mind on Amazon, there could be multiple listings for the same product. So you typically want to try to find the item that has the lowest rank in the category, or the item that's either the lowest rank, number one at the top of the search, or has the most reviews. So in this example right here, the top one is 184,000 rank, 59 reviews. There's another one down here, which is 127,000, but it only has 22 reviews, and it might not be the same item. So sometimes you have to double check and click into the listings to see if it's, yeah, you see right here, this one's a little different. This other one's the Quick Skid 5. So it's a different product. So when it comes to scanning products, essentially what you do is you find the product with the Amazon Seller app, you hit the little camera sign in the right-hand corner, and then you scan the barcode of the item and you find it that way. Now, some products are going to be restricted, which means you either A, have to buy from a wholesale supplier, provide 5-10 products, get an invoice, and then give it to Amazon to get ungated, or you can try to get auto ungated by hitting request in the bottom right-hand corner. So I'm going to request to get ungated, and it says you're requesting approval to sell Exploding Kittens LLC branded items. They want an invoice. So they're asking for an invoice. So obviously I'm not going to be able to sell this because of that situation. All right. So again, if I want to scan another product, here we have this Lego item right here. You see how I found a barcode. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just scan the barcode just like that. I'll show you one more time. And then it's going to bring up the item. So you're going to see on the product page, there's a bunch of different things that Amazon Seller app is telling you. The title, the rank, you see it how it says 188,342. That's a sales rank, okay? That's essentially telling you how slow or fast an item is selling. When it comes to toys, I typically like to stay under 300,000 rank. I do sell them upwards to 400,000 rank, but that's my criteria for toys. If you guys want a video on what ranks I go after per the different categories, because it does change the sales velocity based on the category, comment down below and I could definitely make another video. So we have the title, we have the rank, we also have the stars, and then the number of reviews. So this product listing's been reviewed 37 times. It has a 4-star rating, which is really good. You see a picture of the product. Now, if you go under the picture, you see how it says new and then collectible. So either it's going to say collectible or used, or it might just only show new, or it might only show used. Sometimes based on the product, Amazon might only allow you to sell it new, or only allow you to sell it used, or only allow you to sell it under what's called collectible. Okay. So for toys, you're not going to be able to sell it as used. Typically it's going to be collectible just the way it is. So you can see the different prices. There's one merchant seller for 53. There's no FBA. And then for new, there's 8 merchant sellers at 64. And then there's 4 FBA sellers at 64. So when it comes to selling on Amazon, there's 2 ways to sell: as either a merchant or an FBA seller. A merchant is like an eBay seller. You buy an item from a thrift store, or you have it at your house, you list it on Amazon, you store it at your house, and when it sells, you pick it out from your inventory, you pack it, you print out a label, and you ship it one by one to the customer. There's some benefits to this, but the big downside is it's very time consuming. The way that I personally sell, and the way that, I've done, $68,000 in the last 30 days and $600,000 in the last 12 months, is through the FBA program. That's fulfillment by Amazon. So I take all my products that I'm going to sell, put them in a box, list them, and ship them all to FBA, and then they do all the work for me. Okay. So that's the way that I sell, but just keep in mind, when you're going after products to scan them, you got to find the barcode. You have to scan it. You have to, number one, see if you're allowed to sell it, which there's no restrictions here. If you take a look, you're going to see on this DVD, there's new and used. So you're going to see there's 17 selling it starting at $9.88. You could click into that to see all the used offers, $9.88, and then it goes to 14, 16, 18, 25. And then if you go to new, you can scroll over and see that there's actually one. So you can actually click here and see new. So you can see that it's starting at $75.54 for a merchant, $78.54 for a merchant. And then where you see the third one, NC Flippers, you see how it has the Prime logo? That means it's an FBA seller. So when you're analyzing items, you want to take a look to see who's my competition. Are you a merchant seller? Are you an FBA seller? And the cool thing is you can click on the actual price. So let's look at 7 from 83.71. That's FBA. Okay. And click to new. So $78.54. So what you can actually do is you could take a look on this main page where it says gross proceeds. Let's put a little arrow pointing towards gross proceeds. If I click on that, this is going to actually share with me essentially your profit calculator. It's going to tell you how much you're listing the item for. It's going to tell you how much money you're going to get, the Amazon fees, the fulfillment fees, the storage cost, shipping to Amazon, so on and so forth. And you could adjust these settings. We could talk about this in another video if you'd like. You could go in and adjust your shipping to Amazon costs and your storage costs. There's different things that you can adjust here, but this will essentially share with you how much money you're actually going to make, which you see right here. You're going to make $64.78. Now you can also go in here and you can adjust how much you're actually paying for the item. So I'm going to click on here and let's say I paid $11 for this. Now you're going to see that it adjusted my profit. So if I buy this for $11 and I sell it for $83.71, I'm going to make $53.78, which is a 64.25% net margin. So you can go in here and you could change up your different fulfillment settings. You could set up your inbound shipping. Again, if you guys want to see another video on that, I can talk about this, but that's essentially how you use the Amazon seller app. Okay. You could also hit the scan button in the bottom left-hand corner from this page as well. Okay. So don't forget that you could scan the barcodes. You could scan the covers. If you're selling books, you could actually scan the first page of the book that typically has the title. And a lot of times it will draw from this. So I could try to scan this and see if that would pull the book. Sometimes it will. No, that one didn't work, but sometimes it works. Okay. You could also go into here and you could look for the ASIN or the ISBN number and you could type this in manually right over here. All right. You could favorite items. And also when you go under the search, you can also go under your history and you could see all the items that you've scanned for the day. Maybe you want to go back and revisit an item to, I don't know, analyze it again. There's also top sellers, movers and shakers, hot new releases. I don't really use that too much, but these are the main features when using the Amazon seller app. So hopefully this video helped. If you're wondering, do I need Amazon seller app or should I get a different scanning app like Scout IQ or Scoutly? We can talk about that in another video. If you're brand new, I would just start with the Amazon seller app. Eventually you can move up to Scout IQ, Scoutly. You can get a barcode scanner to scan faster. But when you're brand new, keep it on a budget. Start scanning items around your house, start analyzing, look at the gross proceeds, check out the sales rank, and hopefully this video helps. With that being said, much love. And if you want any more help, check the resources down below. We have resellingfreedom.com. It's my membership site where we have 3 to 5 live weekly coaching calls every single week. We have an entire course. We have coaching. We have replays. We have templates and scripts and ebooks and what to buy, what to sell, and an entire support system. So check that out at resellingfreedom.com, and we'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.